fear. And today you'll discover exactly how to get there. Have you ever seen that person who never fails? Who wakes up every day at the same time, does the same things and just never stops? While everyone else gives up by the third week, they keep going. While everyone else makes excuses, they show up. And you know what people say about them? Man, that's not normal. There's an ancient system created by Zen monks in Japan that produces exactly this kind of frightening consistency. They call it Gyoji, the practice that perpetuates itself. And once you understand how it works, you'll never break a goal again. But there's a catch. This system isn't for everyone. It requires you to kill a part of yourself you never knew existed. But before I show you how it works, subscribe to the channel, like it below, and comment on the habit you most want to create in your life. This helps me a lot and shows me that you're genuinely interested in changing. Let's go. Chapter 1. The Awakening. The story I'm about to tell you happened to a programmer named Raphael. He had a smart guy, a successful career, but he had one problem. He couldn't stick to any habit for more than 2 weeks. Gym. He'd stop after 2 months. Meditation? 1 week and that was it. Reading? He'd buy a book, read 3 pages, and then forget it in the drawer. The pattern was always the same. Monday, total motivation. Wednesday, first mental negotiation. Friday, complete surrender. Sunday, promises about the next week. Raphael tried everything. Habit tracking apps, rewards, accountability partners. Nothing worked because he was fighting something he couldn't even imagine, the very architecture of his brain. Until the day he discovered why Zen monks can meditate for 800 years straight without missing a single day. And no, it's not willpower. It's something much deeper and much more frightening. Chapter 2. The Secret of the Monks. In Zen temples, there's a rule that seems simple, but changes everything. Gyoji. Literally translated, it means continuous practice without gaps. Without gaps. Do you understand what that means? It means that since 1200 AD, every single day at 3:30 AM, a bell rings at Eihai-ji Temple. And since 1200 AD, every single day the monks wake up, not at 3:25 AM, not at 3:35 AM, exactly at 3:30 AM. You want to know what never happens in that temple? No monk lies in bed thinking, today I'm going to jump. The question simply doesn't exist in their minds. Why? Because they understand something you don't yet. Your brain categorizes every commitment into 2 boxes, reversible or irreversible. Reversible commitments become mental negotiations. Irreversible commitments simply happen. When a monk takes his vows in front of the entire community, he's not making a promise. He's changing his identity. He's not promising to try to meditate. He's declaring himself a meditator. The community witnesses it. The identity changes. The negotiation ends. A Harvard University neuroscientist who has been studying habits for 15 years has discovered something revolutionary. When you make a behavior public, your primitive brain interprets failure as a survival threat. Our ancestors who lost status in the tribe died. Your brain still works that way. That's exactly what Raphael did. He stopped making private promises and started making public declarations. He wrote on paper, I am a person who meditates 20 minutes every day at 5 AM for 90 consecutive days. He signed it. He posted it on social media. He told everyone. His girlfriend said, you're being too dramatic. His co-workers said, man, you're trying too hard. Perfect. Every person he knew became fuel. Every morning he wanted to give up. He thought about having to look everyone in the face and admit he was just another guy who couldn't deliver on his promises. Day 3 brought the first real test. The alarm clock was 5 AM. Immediately, my mind began its usual routine. You're exhausted. This isn't healthy. One day won't make a difference. But something fundamental had changed. The thought of posting online that he'd lost after 3 days was unbearable. Having to look his girlfriend in the face and admit he'd given up again. The public declaration had made giving up more painful than continuing. But here the real problem began. Chapter 3. The Internal War. Even with all this social pressure, Raphael was still waging war every single day. His body didn't care about his reputation. He wanted to sleep when he was tired. The public declaration ended the mental negotiation, but he still fought biology every morning. That's when he discovered the monk's second principle, non-negotiable hours. Every day you waste mental energy on the same stupid question. When will I do this? Now or after breakfast, in the morning or at night? This decision burns up glucose in your brain that should be used for actual practice. You're wasting your fuel deciding when to drive instead of actually driving.